Testosterone is dropping at a rapid rate, around 1% every single year. The average man's testosterone 50 to 100 years ago was almost double the amount that it is now. It is crazy how fast and how rapid testosterone is declining. And I want you to realize that testosterone might literally be the most important thing in a man's life. When a man has more testosterone, he has more motivation, he looks better, he feels better, he has this drive, this ambition, this force inside of him that tells him to go and accomplish more in his life. However, this society has engineered many things. This society wants you to be low testosterone because a man with low testosterone is a man that they can control, a man who is a cog in the system, a part of their agenda. In this video, I'm going to go over what society has engineered to be normal in order to keep you low T. I'm going to go over what you need to avoid so you could start to increase your testosterone and feel better as a man. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get straight into this video. It is absolutely legendary. So the first thing that is going to be tanking your testosterone, and this thing is honestly the first starting point every single man should set for himself, is getting between 10 to 15% body fat. You see, most men are over 20, 25% even body fat. And the issue with this is that when you have more body fat, your body produces an enzyme called aromatase. And what this does is it basically takes all the testosterone in your body and it converts it into estrogen, which is why if you're over 25% body fat, it is extremely unlikely that you're going to have 800 plus testosterone. Females are high in estrogen. So what this does to you as a man is when you have more estrogen, you're going to have less testosterone. You're going to start to develop like a woman, which is why so many people have the issue of gyno in today's generation because of estrogen. So what you want to do is cut down to 10-15% body fat. My last video, go watch this after this, explains how to cut the fat. But you need to, as a man, don't think about bulking first. Don't think about packing muscle first. While that stuff is important, what you need to do first is give yourself a clean slate. Get your hormones right. And the best way to do that, like I said, is 10 to 15% body fat. The best ways to lose fat: walk 10,000 steps, eat clean. Like I said, go watch my latest video next. It's going to explain it thoroughly. But first step, quite simple. Get to 10-15% body fat. The second thing that is going to be ruining your testosterone is going to be plastic. Now, I'm not going to lie, plastic is absolutely everywhere. You take a look around you and you can see probably at least 10 things that are made out of plastic. I mean, this thing right here, this remote that I can use to control the light, is made out of plastic. Everything is made out of plastic. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't want you to sit here and obsess over it, and like kind of freak out. You need to start to get rid of the most important things. The first one is going to be plastic water bottles and plastic containers. What you want to do is get yourself a stainless steel water bottle. This is the first thing that you should be doing because I promise you, drinking out of plastic is one of the worst things. The reason why plastic is so bad is because it is highly estrogenic. It has a chemical called BPA, and even if the packaging, what a lot of people like to do now is they secretly like to say BPA free, but then when you take a deeper look, you realize that it has BPS, BPF, all that stuff. So you don't want to have any plastic that you're consuming out of. Now, the reason why this is bad, like I said, is because it is highly estrogenic. And when a plastic water bottle is highly estrogenic, your body is going to get an external source of estrogen. And like I said earlier, estrogen is not something we want to be having in our bodies. Obviously, a little amount is fine in our body. That's how we're designed biologically. However, when you are starting to get it externally through other sources, and now you have more estrogen than testosterone, your testosterone is going to be extremely low. So like I said, plastic water bottle, switch to glass. Plastic containers, switch to glass. The next thing you want to be getting rid of is plastic toothbrushes. I know you might think I'm crazy, but every time you're brushing your teeth, it's all plastic. So you want to get a bamboo toothbrush. The next thing you want to do is go through your kitchen and literally get rid of any utensils, anything made out of plastic that you are cooking with. The reason why is because when you heat any type of plastic, what a lot of people do is they meal prep plastic containers and then they put it in the microwave to heat it up. When you do that, when you heat up any type of plastic, it becomes 100 times worse for the human body. So you want to get rid of anything in your kitchen that is made out of plastic. Switch to silicone, switch to wood. Just get rid of plastic from your kitchen. This thing is what most people don't know. But polyester is made out of plastic materials. So why you think there's nothing wrong with it? When you are wearing polyester, especially to the gym, to the sauna, you are going, and what happens when you work out? Your body heats up, and like I said, heating up plastic is one of the worst things that you can do. So what happens is when you heat all this stuff up, all of those chemicals in the plastic, the estrogens, are going straight into your bloodstream because your skin is your largest organ. So what happens is these chemicals go straight into your skin, which is absolutely horrible for your testosterone, especially your underwear. You need to completely get rid of polyester underwear. If you still have polyester underwear, like you're doing something wrong. You need to genuinely go and get cotton underwear, bamboo underwear, whatever it's going to be. But get rid of any clothing. Obviously, if there's some pieces that you absolutely love, like I'm not telling you to become weird about this, but what I am telling you to do is get rid of the workout clothes and get rid of around, I would say, 90% of your clothes that are polyester, and only get cotton, wool, bamboo, linen, natural materials that this earth made, not that a lab made. And the last thing that you are going to want to be getting rid of if you want to have high testosterone is going to be hygienic products. This is going to include stuff like your shampoo, your body wash, your deodorant, your toothpaste. I'm going to have a full list right here of everything that you want to switch to natural alternatives. Now, the reason why is because these companies, they want one thing from you. They want profit. So what are they going to do? They're going to make sure that they use the cheapest and most affordable ingredients so that they can make more profit margin. So they don't care if it destroys your health. They just care that you're buying it. And while most people think that they're going to smell better, what they are doing instead is absolutely destroying their health, which internally actually makes them smell worse. So what you want to do is, like I said, switch to completely natural alternatives. I'm about to put you onto something. I want you to download the app called Yuka. And literally every time you are thinking about getting something, I want you to scan it. And it is going to tell you if this is good for you or not on a scale of 1 to 100. Honestly, you want to be getting something that is 85 and up. Because you cannot mess with this stuff. Like you're not supposed to, as a human, be putting chemicals all over your skin every time you shower. I was already doing this when I was growing up as a kid. I was putting Dove body wash all over my body, and I was wondering why I wasn't growing properly. I was wondering why I was developing gyno. Because when you're putting all this estrogen, lathering it on your skin, when you're taking a hot shower, what happens? Your pores open up, so it gets absorbed even more. I promise you, it is absolutely horrendous for you. You need to go and get natural products. Like I said, the list right here, completely switch all of these to natural things starting today. Go on Amazon, get yourself $50 to $100. Honestly, it might cost even more if you have the clothing and all of the stuff that you need to get rid of. Another thing that I forgot to mention is polyester bed sheets and polyester pillowcases. You want to switch that to cotton as well. But I promise you, these things, the reason why it's so important is because most people just focus on increasing testosterone, which is through diet, through sleep. And while that's a good thing, you have to realize that if you don't get rid of these 3 things that I went over in this video, it's a weight attached to your ankle. And if you don't cut that weight, no matter how much you try to run faster, that weight is always going to be holding you back a little bit. So you want to cut the weight first, which is going to be these 3 things: the body fat, the plastic, and the chemical hygienic products. You get rid of these 3 things in your life, and I promise you, increasing your testosterone is going to be so much easier. Testosterone, like I said, is extremely important as a man. You must do your absolute best. Even if people think you're crazy, even if people think you're weird, it is extremely important. Make sure you like and subscribe so I can help you optimize your health.